What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning C++. My name is Dani, and you guys watching my channel Corio. Alright, so in this video we're gonna discuss the global variables. In the previous video we have shown you guys what is the local variables and formal parameter. In this video we're gonna show you guys the global variable with the formal parameters, so we're gonna try that. Alright, so what is global variables? Global variables are opposite to the local variables, and it's known throughout the program. So it's not just local to this function, it's everywhere. So can be used everywhere. Scope extends to the entire program, can cause lots of problems. It's very powerful and it's going to cause you guys a lot of headache, and I'm going to show you guys how it's going to cause you guys a lot of headache. Okay, so because this is no local, so you guys can declare here. You guys need to declare it outside the function, means above the main. So you guys say, for example, you guys gonna put a int, say global Corio, for example. Okay, so why I'm creating global Corio, or not naming like XYZ, is because it's easy for you guys to understand, because I'm gonna put a global and I'm gonna put Corio, which is the name of the function you guys watching, instead of putting XYZ or ABC. So I just prefer to put like this. It's easy for you guys to understand. So you guys look in here, you guys remember that this is a global and this is a Corio, which is the name of the function, because with the C++ you guys can create any, you guys can give any name. So this is now I have a global function. How do I know I have a global function? Because this is outside of any function, it's not inside of any function. So this is called global variable. Okay, now my global variable has no value, so I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna put a global variable, global Corio, and I'm gonna assign, say, 10, for example. And now here I haven't even declared my global variable inside my function, but I just use the name and I assign some value. Okay, so if I go to cout, say I'm gonna put the value of global Corio is, and I'm gonna use the global Corio, and here I'm gonna just put a next line. Okay, so if you guys now know I have a global variable, so now everywhere in the program they know about my global variable. My functions, any function I declare and I just want to access, use this name global Corio, it won't be hidden. So everyone can see my function who I'm using. This is like loudspeaker and can be used anywhere. Any function now can access this. Any function can use this global variable. To extend is very good, because you guys just declared once and you're gonna use it in every function you guys like, but it's up to you guys, and I'm gonna show you guys how it's gonna cause a lot of confusion. So now here I'm just access it and I put a value of 10 without even declaring any sort of function, and I'm just displaying this function to see what happens. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and build our project. And if you guys looking here, so I'm gonna come here, the value of global variable Corio is 10, because we already put a 10. We don't have any data type here, we have only data type here. So now if you're gonna create another function, for example, so I'm put a void, say for Yazdani again, Yazdani, and I'm gonna put a cout the value of the value of So I'm going to copy this one here to put it here. It's a lot easier. So we're going to come here, global, the value of global Corio, the value of Yazdani, the value of Yazdani, global Corio. Okay, so in here in a Yazdani, I just came here without even declaring like this one. I just came here and using this global Corio. So if I come here and if I put my prototype void Yazdani, we just put a, we have a function Yazdani, and we just put a prototype. And now if we can come here and we put a Yazdani, so I'm going to come here and put a Yazdani, and we see what happens. Now if you guys look at here, I just declared my prototype and I have a global function. I've used it here without even declaring, and even here, this even worse here, I don't even have a value for this function, but I'm still using this global Corio, which is here, which if you guys looking is above my prototype, which is global variables. I'm not declaring anything. I'm just using, it's not bound by these ones. It doesn't care about these ones. It just, you guys see here, I can just grab it and can use it. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna run my program. If you guys here, the value of global Corio is 10. Yazdani global Corio is 10. So if you guys look at here, I haven't even assigned any value. I haven't even decided anything as far as C++ concerned. The global Corios are everywhere, so any function can use it. It's known throughout the program. Any program now knows there is a global Corio, so we can use it. So you guys, even if you guys can change the value, you guys can do that. So you guys can come here. And now what's the confusion? Where is the confusion starts? I'm going to show you guys. Come here. If you guys can put the address of, say, global Corio, the value, the main, I'm going to value of main global Corio, main, I'm going to put a main, and the value of Yazdani global Corio, the value, this one is fine, the value of main. Okay, so I'm gonna put the address of the global Corio. So I'm gonna come here. I have the address, which is the 10. Now I'm gonna pass here. I'm gonna put an int. I'm gonna put an address of say global Corio, and I'm gonna put a say wood, for example. Now this would have the address of the global Corio, and if I put the, so if I want to display here, if I'm going to put it down, the Yazdani, the wood variable is, and I've got this wood, which is the address of the global Corio. Now this would have the address of, we are referencing to this one, and this is also the formal parameter. And I'm going to show you guys, come here, and I'm going to put an int. You have to go exactly like that, and we're going to call it wood. Okay, so now this we have a global variable which is global untouched. Here we have the value of 10 we are displaying here, and now we have a global Corio, and now we're going to put the reference of that one. So if you're going to come here, global Corio, because now we have the reference of that global Corio. So now we're going to come here and show, and we're going to run our program. And if you guys look at here, the value of the main global Corio is 10. The value of variable, the value of wood variable. So I'm gonna retype it again here because a lot of the value of wood variable is a wood. And if I come here and put a next line here, so I'm gonna run again. So the value of the main, which we see in that global variable, is 10. The value of the wood variable, which is the reference of that, if you guys look at here, this is another variable we have here. We are giving the reference of this, we are giving the address of this global Corio is 10. The value of Yazdani global Corio is 10. So all of them is 10, even though now you guys going to be confused. If you have a variable here wood, why would it be going to be 10? Say for example, you guys can now here change it. For example, this global Corio. So now here you guys can say global Corio is equal to global Corio plus say 30. And now if you guys want to display again, if you guys look at the wood and global Corio to see what happens. And now if you look at here, that's the first one, we have already seen that one. The wood variable is 40 now, so because this one's changed and the global Corio is 40. So now here this here the global Corio is got a different value now, and this one's value of the wood is changed and the value of the Corio would change because we have put a global Corio which is 10 plus 30 and it's going to be 40. So now the value of this global Corio, which is the global function on top, global variable, is changed. So that's what we can see, different variable here. If you guys gonna come here and say global Corio say is equal to 600, for example 700, totally different value. Now it's gonna be say 700, and then what happens? And then we're gonna come here and copy this, we come on to underneath, and we're gonna put here the value of the wood, and then we're gonna check the value of the Corio, global Corio. We're going to see our global, if our global Corio is changed. So if you guys look at here, we have a value of 10 in the main. We have only one global variables on top, which is known to the entire program. Every function can use it without even declaring anything. They just assign, you guys just assign a value and use it. That's it. You guys don't need to put any data type or anything. And here we are calling our function global Corio, and here we are just keep using it. We put a global Corio here, and we put an address. This wood's got the address of that global Corio, which was 10. And here we have changed that global. We are not putting int, double or float or anything data type. We are just creating another variable, and we are assigning using that again, and we are putting 30, which is 40, and now we have used this 40 plus 700. We are changing again. So this 40 plus 700, it's not going to be, it's going to be new, the new value is going to be 700, and you guys going to see 700. It's going to be changed to this one. So if you guys come here, and you guys can do plus minus, or you guys do any other operation there. So if you run again, so if you guys look at here, that's the first one. We have already seen that one. We have changed this one, which is this one. So 10 plus 30 is 40, and now the value of that one is changed. This is the second call here, and the last one here, the value of the wood variable is, if you look at here, the value of the wood which got the address of that global Corio is 700, and the global Corio is now 700. So if you guys see here, your global Corio is changed 3 times. So this is a little bit confusing. It's going to cause a lot of bugs if you guys is going to create a lot of global variables and can't keep trace. So you guys going to be a lot of confused. So And if you remember, every time you guys use this one, you guys can reuse it again and again and again. So if you can, if I come here and if I copy, so, and you guys can say put a cout one line, cout, say I have come here, so I'm gonna put a global Corio, say minus, say 500. Okay, so I have a global Corio which I've done the arithmetic. I done a 10, which was 10 originally. And if you guys look in here, it has the value of 10, is unchanged. Here I put a 30, which I made it 40, and now I assign a new value which is 700. And now here I'm doing subtraction, which I want to take away 500 from my global Corio, which is the global function. So if you come here, and if you guys look at here, my original one was global Corio is 10. That's the second call, that's the second function, and that's the third one. If you guys look in here inside my function, I'm using this global Corio again, and I've used this global Corio again, which is 700. I assign new value, and I use this wood's got a address of that global Corio, and the value of wood variable is 200. And now because we are doing the 700, now the value is 700 minus 500 is 200. So if you guys look in here, I'm using again and again, because global variables are known throughout the program. Any program can use it without even declaring it. All you guys got to do is just use it and perform whatever you guys got to do. You guys want to put a plus, subtraction, multiplication, whatever you guys want to do, you can do that to global variable without even declaring anything, without even worrying that where this global variable is. So all you guys needs to do is declare on top, is declaring. So now none of these functions hidden. So now void yazdani is not, this global variables is not bound by this. So it's not, there is no end and finish, because the end and finish is inside throughout the program. As long as your program is running, you have these global variables sitting on top. If you guys look at here, because this is not inside any function, this is not local to any function, it's totally opposite to that function. It's on top, it's sitting before the prototype, before even any main function. So as soon as C++ comes in, the compiler comes in, look at this and see this one as a global Corio, and looks at this one, it's not going to complain even if you guys do use that thousands of times inside your program, or you guys can create other function and you guys can use that global variable. And I just shown you guys small example. If you guys put an address of that global variables, and you guys can manipulate that global variable. So you guys can put a say 30, and then you guys assign new one. This is totally new ones, which this one at this point it was 30, which is 40, and at this point is becomes 700, and we subtracted 500, and now it's 200. The value is 200. So you guys can see how easily we can manipulate the global Corio, global variables. So it's up to you guys how you guys are going to manage that, but I have just shown you guys how you guys can use this global Corio. Even if you can use another global, say void, you guys can create XYZ, or you guys can perform these things again without even worrying that your function is your global variables inside your functions and without even declaring anything. So this is the global variables, guys, and I've shown you guys how easily you guys get confused. Imagine if you guys got hundreds of thousands of functions, and if you guys using the global variable inside every functions, and imagine if you guys gonna do manipulation inside here, you guys can perform anything. If imagine if you guys can put this address of this global of your function, then it's gonna lead to a lot of problems and a lot of confusions. All right, guys, this is the global variables, and if you guys seen here, this is the global variables, and I've shown you guys how you easily get confused with the global variables. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If you guys got any, thanks for watching. If you guys got any question or comment, leave it in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.